What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this week's episode of On the Bench with Pete. This is the series that you put on in the background whilst you paint a hobby or whatever else you want to do. So it's designed to just be played along as you do your more mundane tasks, such as priming, basing, whatever it may be, whatever you find a bit more tedious, I suppose. But it doesn't have to be. You could be doing fine detail for all I know. It doesn't matter, as long as it helps you. Helps me though, and that's why I do these. It helps me get through those laborious tasks. So grab your brushes and your models and whatever else you need, perhaps a drink or two, and yeah, let's get started. Well, as you can see here, we got some Strontium dog figures. A couple of Johnny Alphas, the Johnny Alpha and the Johnny Alpha with Electronux, got Wolf Sternhammer, and in the background here you can't see him at the moment, but we have the Gronk, which I still need to highlight up, but yeah, so looking quite good as it is. Now I'm thinking what to do next. A bit more of these. I'll start on one of the other characters. Do I do them one at a time? I don't want to kind of do them all at the same time. I don't want it to feel kind of too production line and I end up with a load of figures not done. You know, I'm thinking I should finish these first and all sorts of stuff. I've got a bit of a slight guide here, looking at their pictures. What came with the starter set, but I really want to work on the Styx brothers as well, because they just look so damn cool. These dudes here, they're just so cool. They're awesome. I don't know. I mean, oh, and I also want to work on a bit of terrain for it as well. I figure it could be used for some these resin kind of electrical fencing could be used or useful. I'm thinking but what way do I want to go? I may go blue with those. Yeah, I think blue would be the way forward. Have a blue electrical fence. Yes, definitely, because I think the reds would be too, I don't know, almost like fire. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Right. So maybe we could start off with these then. I want kind of a dry brush. I just want a stipple dry brush, you know. So I just want kind of skink blue would be great for the near the center, and another slightly darker one for the outer edge, like well, Temple Guard blue is, yeah, that would probably work. Or Lothern blue. No, Temple Guard blue. It's tricky. Calgar blue, yeah, maybe Calgar blue. So, what I'm going to do, oops, whip off some towel for my cleaning out of my brushes, particularly the dry brushes. Yeah, so I started these and I was never really that enamoured. Is that the right word? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to start with Calgar blue. And I'm just going to go with a really knackered out dry brush. It is actually a dry brush. Here, if I go kind of around the edging. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, chaps. Let's That's what I'm thinking. Alright, so try and get the lid open without spilling blue everywhere. Okay, so this is good. This is very good. Yeah. So I'm going to do the outer thing metal. Obviously, it's not even a drive, it's just like a stipple effect, really. I'll have to be more careful as I get more to the center. Going out for tea tonight with my wife, so that will be nice. I should have said, you know, what's been happening this week. I'll come on to that. That's what I mentioned. Going out for tea with my wife, because we don't get to go out very often. We're going out. It's only for like a burger down Witherspoons, but hey, we're easily pleased. You know what I mean? Okay. So that's one side. Time to do the other. Yeah. So what's been going on in your groovy lives? Mine's been mostly working. That's such is life now. By now, as you know, P&Q has gone to monthly. So please, you know, don't forget to check that out. My last episode where I talked about it, and maybe put a comment or a question down. You know, perhaps you think it's a great idea. Perhaps you think it's a horrible idea. I mean, you may think, why not just shut it down altogether? I don't want to do that, because I enjoy the series. I've enjoyed for many years. It's got me through some rough times, basically, and yeah, I want to keep going with that. Yeah, so I like doing P&Q, but I've been working a lot. And today I'm really feeling it. I'm really aching. Usually I record these on a Wednesday, and it is actually a Wednesday today, so it's all going to plan, but the weeks have been so busy, as you may know if you kind of keeping up with the life events of Pete. Having major gasworks done outside, so roadworks galore. Having the, you know, workmen knocking on the door frequently for various reasons, and it basically just makes it impossible to rest. You know, anyone on night work or late work, you know, they're not going to get any rest while this is all going on. So it's, I'm sorry, I'm off camera there. Not that you need to see what I'm doing. I'm just dabbing this around the outside edge. Not that you need to see. Yeah, I think that's looking okay. So that one's down. The next one on those fences will be Temple Gar blue, just around the next sort of inner circle bit, and then skink blue, and then I'll come back to white. I think we're done with that for this segment. Need to clean up this dry brush. Get it on my soap bar. Get all that blue off. I know I'll be going in with blue again next time, but there we are. Nice job too. I've got a coffee today, which I don't normally use because I normally go for tea lately. But right, so if I bring this more here and then adjust the camera to compensate, there you can see all the figures I'm working on currently. Wolf Sternhammer, the Gronk, and the 2 Johnny Alphas. Now, I'm thinking what I need to do. What do I need to do? I want to highlight some of the whites up a bit more, I think. So I'm going to go with, let's go with a white scar, because although that said, ceramite white is whiter. It does seem to be whiter, although it's a base paint. Looking at it, just got bog standard white. Well, that one might be better. Yes, the bog standard, the airbrush white. That will work a treat. Actually, that will work a treat. Now, gonna be kind of like a dry brush, but not. Yeah, I know. Let's give this a bit more of a shake. I might need a better type of brush. Maybe this Citadel small base brush might be better for the kind of technique I'm going to be using. So again, I'm going to wipe off a lot of the paint. Right, okay, so I'm going to go to work on Mr. Gronk here. His poor hearts is. Right, okay, turn him around. Yeah. Not so easy. Not easy at all. Right. Don't actually want to wipe off too much of the paint when I'm doing this. There, I think that's not too bad. I mean, he's a bit more pristine than the actual photograph, but I think he'll be a little bit dirty going on adventures with Johnny Alpha and Wolf Sternhammer, don't you? I think so. I will put the texture paints on them. I've got to do. See, another reason I'm thinking of doing these Sticks Brothers is because I want to do. I think I want to do at least their coats in tanned leather. This is one of the paints. I think this is one of the ones I won from Frost and Fists when I entered that competition. Yes, in fact, I'm sure it is. I've used it before. I'm trying to work out what if I want to use that one or Talon Sand or Frau Flesh. See, the picture on the box is obviously it's a cartoony cartoony thing here. Oop. I think either one of them would work. Might go with Talon Sand though. Yeah, I'm thinking. Well, Johnny Alpha's feet is the sort of bottom part of his footwear that he's got there. We may just do this. So Talon Sand is what I've chosen. I am going to be painting the Sticks Brothers. It's a nice blob of paint in there. Get it all off. This is a knackered out brush, by the way, so just pop some retarder in there, a couple of drops, I think, and some water. These milk bottle lids are ideal for the mixing of paints. So, my friends, we're going to paint some sticks. Oh, just awesome. Awesomeness. Yeah. They just look so damn cool. And I know my friend will kind of chastise me if I don't get the colours right. So I've got to follow the kind of colour schemes that I see on these. So when it comes to making up my own, then I'll have free reign. But for now, we're kind of home and dry. Strange expression, that, home and dry. I suppose you're out of the rain, because it rains a lot in England. At least it does in Plymouth. I think we'll just do pretty much the whole model in this colour. Don't know how the games are going. I'm at the moment. I'm trying out different game areas. I've got the Walking Dead mat, which is good, but it's only a 2x2, and I think I really need a 3x3 to have a decent playing size area for this game. I mean, the 2x2 works fine for Walking Dead, but I don't think it's the best for Strontium Dog. Just make sure I get all his collar and everything. So that's... Well, he looks quite good already, just with that on. These poses really lend themselves to looking good. I'll probably put him to one side. On to the next Sticks brother. So Talon Sand is the order of the day, my friends. If you're looking to paint Sticks Brothers this and you want to get the same effect I'm going to be getting, then it's Talon Sand. It looks like it, you know, goes quite well. I'm using a regiment brush to get the paint on. Of course, I think these are all like kind of like clones of each other or something. Apparently there's a lot of Sticks Brothers. That's the thing, you see. And I don't know how many in total. I don't think anybody does in the lore. Well, we're reading up some of the Strontium Dog agency files to try and get a feel for the world. I just like the gunslinger-esque look to these guys here. They look like they should be in a Clint Eastwood movie or something. Just brilliant. So there's another one. So there's two there. Two done on this first colour. And last but not least, we'll have this Sticks character who's in the middle of getting his gun out of its holster here. They have the intimidating rule. They move with purpose, but they can't move quickly or charge, like, you know, fast or anything, like do a double charge or anything like that. So I suppose that is reflective of them just striding along without a care, no fear. All right. You can see me using a bit of Rhinox hide later, or Dryad bark for the middle parts of the hats. Yeah, it's best just to get the whole face, I think. Okay. God, my back is aching. I'm going to use this for the feet on Johnny Alpha, but before I do that, I am going to clean out my brushes that I've got here. I don't want them building up too much. Oh man, my back is really aching, which isn't good. I don't have many of these brushes left now, these old Citadel ones. I used to like these, though, the colour ends. I preferred them in quality, terms of quality, to the so-called newer ones. My back feels like it needs popping. Right, let's have some coffee. I just had a message from her. I took a couple of pictures of like what I've done with the terrain thus far and so on, and he said it looks awesome, which is good. So if he gets the thumbs up there, then I know I'm alright. Oh gosh. So there's another guy called Impetigo Jones. Now which one is he? That's this guy here. And his coat looks a bit like the same as the Sticks Brothers, but not quite as long. Oh, that's cool. I quite like those kind of long trench coat type things. Goodness, the temperature. Oh, sorry, I'm just stretching right now. The temperature in here, oh, it's going up and down, up and down. Right, so I'm just doing feet on Johnny Alpha. Right, I'll be mixing this in with some washes in a bit. Kind of hoping to blend in a bit. Last night was quite hard at work. I finished all my work, then I went on to soft drinks, and that was quite hard. Putting them all out in each other. There's some large packs. Some of them, like the Cokes and whatnot, come in really large packs of drink. I'm like, wow, that's really heavy. Walking up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay. This Talon sand is quite nice. Once I've got these figures painted, I'm going to run through the game. I won't do it until they're painted because I don't know, I kind of lose sight of where I am at. And I kind of made that mistake with the Walking Dead game. So I've got lots of figures for that, and I painted them, a lot of them just... I mean, the zombies I completed, but the characters, I just painted them to an okay standard, thinking, oh yeah, I'll come back to those later and finish them off and that. But I never did, so, you know, that's a lesson learnt there. Johnny Alpha's footwear here. He's a cool looking model. I think he's awesome, I really do. Not sure how I'm going to approach his eyes. So he's got alpha ray emitting eyes. Oops, don't drop him. Yeah, so I'm not quite... They go white, yellow, what to do? Not sure. Do you know what I miss at the moment? The swimming. I just had a sudden pang to go in the swimming pool when I when I was in Florida. That was very enjoyable. That would have sorted out my backache and everything else. It really helped me big time when I was in Florida. Having the villa with the pool was just awesome. Knowing you could go in at that pool, lovely heated pool as well. Anytime, night or day, it was just incredible. really was. If I was to go back to where I stayed in Florida, I'd quite happily just stay in the villa with the pool. Maybe do a couple of day trips whilst I was there, but other than that, I'm really not that bothered. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's that bit done. Funny, I was going to go with tanned leather and I ended up with talon sand. Funny how it works out. Because they're quite different, really, when you look at them side by side. But anyways, enough of that. Sticks Brothers are kind of drying over there. I suppose I should really paint in Pettigo Jones because of having the paint there, you know. I'll just at least do his coat. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. And his hat, of course, although not quite the Western style of the sticks, doesn't look out of place. Looks quite good, in fact. So talon sand. I say these on camera so that if ever I'm like, how did I paint those again? Oh, let's have a look, see if there's any on the benches. I might have mentioned it. Because if I'm not doing like a tutorial on it, then I can at least mention it here. So, to myself, so Pete, you use talon sand. Talon sand on Pettigo Jones's coat. Same as the Sticks Brothers. So yeah. It is always nice to get your first colours onto your model, as it were. So it feels like you're making progress in a big way then. Looks like he's got grey trousers. That's okay. Of course, I could paint him differently and say, well, he's changed. he got changed into some different trousers. Why wouldn't he? You know, you're going to keep the same pair of trousers on indefinitely. But, you know, he'll marry up better with the cards if I paint him as he's meant to be, though. Right. Oh my goodness. Just sorry. 30 odd minutes in. That's okay. No problem. No biggie. This is another unplanned one, you know. Another unplanned one. I think I'll be glad to stop at the end of the hour though, purely because my back is aching so much. It was working last night, which kind of really set it off. There. There's his coat. Done. So he's not a Sticks brother. That made good use of the paint there though, so I'm pleased with that. Yeah, hot, cold, a bit chilly now. I was hot earlier. I'm going to sneeze, I think. Cover the mic. You, bless me. Gosh, I'm not a fan of sneezing, as many of you know. Right. Wondering why I didn't put the Astro Granite onto the other characters. Seeing as I was working, probably because I knew I had to do the Gronk's feet. They were drying, but I've done Wolf Sternhammer, so I don't know why I haven't done his. Oh well. Yeah. Might transfer the, if I can, Johnny Alphas onto my Citadel miniature holders. See how well they hold these Warlord bases. Not bad at all. Yeah, not bad. Actually, I'll transfer them later because I'm going to want to put some wash onto the base. They've painted the rims brown. So what kind of wash? I think Agrax Earthshade. That's what I'm thinking. Also thinking I need to do Wolf Stonehammer's base with my sort of homemade Astro Granite here, which I transferred to this pot. I like them better when they're in smaller pots, I'll be honest. I've tried it with bigger ones and the edges tend to dry out a bit more than these smaller ones here, so I'll just stick to these smaller ones in future. So if I put Wolf and the Gronk and Johnny Alpha on the same basing, because they usually go together wherever they are, pretty much like all over the place. They tend to go together as a group of three, like Gronk being the medic and Johnny and Wolf sort of partners in crime apprehension. I'll have to make some more of this up soon. Make sure I keep some back so I can match the grey. The texture tool, basing tool thing is quite good though from Citadel. I quite like that. I've got two of them now. It's very nice to use. But this can be drying, you see. There, that's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, I like that. Suppose we should do the Gronk. Gronk. Yeah, because they go on the same journeys. Even when they go, because the Gronk is kind of scared of everything, scared of his own shadow, basically. Yeah, he will find uncharacteristic bouts of bravery where his loyalty to Johnny Alpha and Wolf Sternhammer is concerned, so that's kind of cool. Yeah. Such as jumping into another dimension or something like that, like some sort of weird wormhole thing that goes to a parallel universe or whatever it may be. Even if it's like it's a one-way ticket, there's no coming back. He seems to follow Johnny Alpha. He isn't actually the first Gronk they met. The first one they met was his brother, actually. Wolf Sternhammer wears his skin on his shoulder. Odd as that may sound, it's kind of like a high honour amongst Gronks. You know, like when they die, they want their their loved ones and that to wear their skin as a sign of respect. It's kind of one of their customs and that. And yeah, Wolf Sternhammer agreed to wear his skin, and so this Gronk, when he saw his brother's skin around Wolf, he was like, wow, he must have fought a lot of you to do that. I will go where you go, basically. Which is a bit cliche. You can see that even in a story setting as light-hearted as Strontium Dot. Well, I say light-hearted, I don't mean that in the ha-ha, it's funny guffaws type thing, because it's very dark. I mean light-hearted in the sense of you know it's a comic strip and that kind of thing. Doesn't take itself overly seriously in that department. You know, it knows it's a comic, very much so. Just another appeal to the game. It's just so much fun looking. Right. That's Mr. Gronk. There we are. So they're basing drying off now. I'm thinking of using Agrax Earthshade on the saturation of these Johnny Alpha bases, and then the Agrax Earthshade can wash over the Talon Sand on his shoes. I think that is the way to go, so that's what I'm going to do. Or do I go with a Phonian Camo shade, because that's kind of a green effect? No, that is... Well, I want Agrax Earthshade on his shoes, regardless. So we'll just pop that on there like so. So that'll give it a kind of a dirty look there. I think maybe A phonian camo shade, and I'm thinking my thoughts aloud here, and I appreciate that, and thank you for indulging me. I'm thinking that a phonian camo shade would kind of, I don't know, reflect more of a living undergrowth, like bush or brush, and I don't know. What do you think? Or should I just stick with the muddy effect there? Might just leave it until I've had a chance to think about it. Okay. Think. Come back to my fences. Yeah, I think I can do that now. And I said I was going to go with Temple Guard Blue this time. And so I shall. What time have we got here? 45 minutes in, roughly. Not bad. So yeah, other than work and roadworks outside, it's been a bit, hectic. It's my daughter's birthday soon. Well, will have come and gone by the time you see this episode. As will Halloween. It's my daughter's birthday, day before Halloween, and that would have been gone. I'm sorry, guys, I didn't do anything for October as such, really. I even got an orc model out ready to do. I just never got round to it. Just not enough time, basically. Not enough time. I wanted to do the Halloween painting challenge, which is my own personal thing. Admittedly, you could do orcs for that because they're quite meant to be quite horrifying, not kind of comedic like they're portrayed so often. Meant to be quite, monstrous, really. I suppose it's okay to leave the odd bit of lighter colour here and there. That's the next stage anyway of the fencing. I'm just going to go around a solar farm, actually. That's what it's for. Yeah. I've done the scenery that came with Strontium Dog start to set in the box. So this is all just like extras, as it were. Right. Skink Blue will be next on that project there. Let's move that out of the way. Just looking at these guys here, I think they're fantastic. I definitely need to get some more mutants though. See, I'm looking. I want to do him as well. Low down Ophi and Brute Mosley, which is quite a cool character. He kind of looks a bit like a bit orky. brutish, yeah. Use the same sort of blue, I think. Yeah, maybe a McCrag blue. Then highlight up. Yes, that's what we'll do with him. So yeah, just thinking, talking out my thoughts. We got here Max Bubba, the kind of in the demo game of Strontium Dog, he was the kind of leader of the mutant side. And who's this Skull? Who? Just Skull. He's just called Skull, this guy. He's got kind of a Johnny Alpha green look going on as well there. So, yeah. So Max Berber, I would say I'd do his coat in the tanned leather because it does look a bit lighter, I have to say. So I will do that. I will. Tanned leather for him. Right. Oh, excuse me, wheezing away here. Well, let's just wash my brush out on my soap bar. Lovely, all that blue coming off there. It's just awesome. Right, so Max Bubba, you can have tanned leather. He's going to have tanned leather, decided. Wolf Stern hammer. I got to do his hammer, and of course the handle of the hammer, his hair, his arm, and the little like ID chip thing he's holding. Bit of lamium medium on this one, I think. Help with flow, but also to maintain control. So that's one of the ones I keep nearby at all times. Okay, I'm thinking, although I'm making that after this session, I would like to cut the grass, or at least either the front or the back. Now, they both are in terrible need of it. I don't know what I will feel like after. Probably awful. I've been close because you know, I talk to you guys. You're kind of my therapists, as it were. So I can tell you guys anything. I've been close in work to getting really poorly on a couple of occasions. So I know I shouldn't go stupid doing things like cut the grass and all that. But that said, it won't do itself, and I can't expect my wife to do it. She's working like full time, and you know, or my daughter, she wouldn't want to do that. It just wouldn't be a good combination. Cutting the grass, I really don't think she would like that at all. So that's not what I couldn't ask her. I mean, it is something that I should be doing. So take care of it when I can. You know, that's what I'll do. Right. So this tanned leather look going on here. Just for his jacket, and once the trim goes on, it'll look better as well. I quite like the black coming through from underneath. It makes it look worn. It's got quite a good look. Couldn't have planned it better. that on anymore. What time we've got here now? 54 minutes. That's on my sound recording, so that gives me a rough idea of how long I've been going. So maybe I should end the session here. I mean, as you can see, although I haven't done a lot of work on like Wolf Sternhammer, I was hoping to do more, and the Gronk really, although I did a bit more on him than Wolf. Yeah, hoping to get more done. They're starting to come together. We've got sticks here. I will do a little bit more after. So that's kind of what I've been working on today. I'm going to zoom out. I'll zoom out a little bit so you can see more of what I've done there. So that's kind of cool. I quite like that. Yeah, behind me is the playing area that I will learn on. It's not going to be the playing area I will play on because it's a 2x2 thing, so I shall just learn the rules on that. They don't seem overly complicated, and then by then, hopefully, I will have a 3x3 playing surface. I think that's the optimum for Strontium Dog, a 3x3 playing surface. Anyway, let's just zoom out here so I don't have to cut in the edit. There we go. So thank you very much for joining me on this episode of On the Bench. It's been a real pleasure for me, as always. It is just looking down at those models there that I've done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 6. Yeah, 9 models I've worked on to one degree or other, plus the fences, which I'm doing, which they don't look great at the moment. They'll just do for electrical fences later on. See how it goes. I'll see how it goes. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Remember, all brushes lead to war. Hope you got loads of stuff done. Let me know in the comments, as always, what you're working on, because I really do enjoy reading that and imagining, like whatever model it is you're working on. It could be a big model, it could be a load of World War II models, historical, Germans, Romans, whatever it may be, Warhammer, doesn't matter, some other game. I just love to read that. I like to know in my mind what everybody's working on, and I find it fascinating. But thank you very much for watching. Remember, all brushes lead to war. And bye for now, because I'll see you on the next video. Bye!